Welcome. Welcome to Living in Chicago's Northwest Suburbs. Today's topic is a forecast for the real estate market in 2024. In a word, it will remain strong. And there are many reasons for that. For both buyers and sellers, this market will remain strong. Why will that be? Well, number one, the fact that inflation has been trending downward for the past several months, and it appears that it's going to continue that, and the fact that the Fed has not raised interest rates last 6 months or so, and it's indicating even that it might lower those interest rates, is all positive thinking for inflation of 2024. That means is that the buyers out there are going to have a few more dollars in their pocket to spend on the purchase of a home, and that obviously makes it attractive to sellers because they know that they can put their place on the market. The second item of concern here is the mortgage rates, and they also have been trending downward, and every indicator points to the fact that they are going to continue to drop in the next several months. So with those two items in mind, we can see that the buyer is going to find himself or herself in a position to pay a little bit more for what they want, or maybe get a little more home than they thought they might have previously. The third key to this market remaining strong is that the inventory will continue to be low. Despite the fact that many sellers have been sitting on the sidelines waiting to see the crash after a couple of years, realizing that that's likely not to happen, they've decided now to throw their hat into the ring and put their home on the market as well. Despite that fact, that additional inventory that's likely to appear, and despite the fact that builders throughout the country are putting product out there as fast as they can, detached homes, townhomes, condominium buildings, etc., they still cannot catch up with the demand. For example, those same sellers that were sitting on the sidelines watching to see whether the market was going to fold, buyers have been doing the same thing, hoping that it would collapse a little bit so that we would see prices go down. And it's become apparent to those buyers that that's not the case, and they've decided to also throw their hat into the ring and purchase that home that they've been wanting to buy for the last year or two. The fact that these things are all happening and coming into kind of a perfect storm is why we expect that our real estate market for 2024 will continue to be strong and continue to be on an uptrend. Probably not to the degree that it's been in the last several years. We're not going to see big double-digit increases in home equity, 10, 12, 20% sometimes, increases in the home's value over the period of a year. We're more likely to see something more like single digits, 2, 4, 6% increases. But nonetheless, an increase, which is what makes it attractive to a buyer. The minute that buyer turns the key on the home that he just purchased and closed on that afternoon, when he or she turns that key, they know from that point on, they can expect an increase in the value of the product that they bought. So this makes that attractive to them. And as long as it's not in outrageous numbers that, from 1 week to the next, they're looking at, double-digit increases in home values, they're more likely to get into the marketplace. And then, of course, they've got the lower interest rates and a few more dollars because inflation seems to be coming under control. Will the sales remain as quick as they have been in the past year or so? Homes selling the day they go on the market, sometimes selling before they even go on the market, 2 days after, 3 days. That's probably not likely, simply because both the buyers and the sellers have become a lot more savvy about pricing and about expectations. Will they sell over asking price? Okay. Well, there is this strong potential of that continuing, simply because everybody's gotten smarter in the past year or so. The sellers have found a realtor out there, whether he or she has been in the business forever, like some people I know, or as long as it's someone who works in their area, somebody who works in that suburb or that subdivision that they live in, someone who's familiar with the product that is being sold around the client's home. Get that professional to work for you, because they're going to be able to pinpoint the number that is most likely to be attractive to a buyer, that's going to get you a quick sale and for as much money as the market will allow. So all of these factors come into play here. The seller's agent is watching the market, knows how to price it, says, okay, if we come in here, Mr. Seller, you're likely to see a number of people coming in to bid on the property. The buyer's sitting there saying, you know what, we've watched this whole area go up, 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 and then all of a sudden now we're mellowing out, and we see that it is becoming a little more stable. And this guy here has a home on the market that is really priced nicely. And it's something we like. The location is great. The backyard is wonderful, and it's got the 4 bedrooms that we've been looking for, et cetera, et cetera. So the likelihood is that they're going to come in there and make an offer that's solid, okay? And if things are selling quickly, there may be more than one offer, and then you get into a bidding situation. But once again, those buyers are going to be savvy, and they're going to know that if this home is what it is, and what I see it is, and what you tell me, Mr. and Miss Realtor, I will indeed bid more money on it than I might expect to without that knowledge. So these are the factors that are going to dictate how quickly the home sells and how much, if anything, it goes over my asking price. All that's dependent on getting a good professional realtor to make sure that you put it on the market at the proper price, and in hope that the buyer came in with as also as savvy a realtor, so that they're in a position to understand the value of your home and know that it's worth even more than you actually put it on the market for. If you've heard something today that interests you, or if you find something of value in my conversation with you, why please feel free to subscribe to my channel and follow me for future explanations or discussions about the real estate marketplace, especially here in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. Now, on the other hand, if you just can't wait for the next topic that I'm going to come up with that meets the question that you've got in the back of your mind, you please feel free to call or text me at 847-651-2582. Dennis Cecil at Baird & Warner Real Estate. Feel free to subscribe to my channel or give me a call whenever the mood strikes you. Thanks for listening, and stay safe.